and I'm going to talk about how to survive high school. So the first thing you want to know is you have, and I know I said this already, but you have to learn to be yourself. That's really what high school is all about too, is branching out and getting to do new opportunities and things that help you understand what you like to do and help you, like me for example. I learned in high school that I love psychology. Like it's just, and really technically this year was my first year doing anything psychology related, but I a lot of people don't know, have never watched Frasier, but I love that show. It's one of my favorite sitcoms ever. And Frasier was a psychiatrist, and some of the stuff that he would talk about, and then my phone just rang, and then my own like little quirks and stuff that I noticed about myself. And then when I went in psychology, like some of the stuff that I heard and some of the stuff that we did, it like psychology became it for me at that point. And even saying this now, I might change my mind in 2 years at college. Like 2 years of going through a psychology program, I might change my mind. But regardless of that, I learned in high school that that's what I wanted to do. And that's part of surviving high school, is branching out and doing things and learning what you like to do. So another thing about high school is don't care. I know it's really broad, I know it's really general. Don't care about what people think. Don't care about what this person said. Don't care about gossip. Because if it's not true, there's no point in getting worked up about it. Because it's not true. All you gotta do is tell oh, they made that up. And honestly, in a small high school like the one that I went to, gossip gets around fast and it can go away just as fast. But honestly, no one really gossiped about anybody in my high school. I don't even understand where gossip even comes from. Like, if you don't like this person, why are you wasting your time trying to take them down? Like, I don't get why you would waste the energy. So yeah, don't care about what other people think of you, because honestly, if you spend more time thinking about what you think of yourself, because really what you think of you is the most important thing. Thinking about what other people think about you is just going to drive you crazy. Because let me tell you, now I know I heard this going into high school, and even so I still was, but I mean, I'm emotionally unstable. So, you're between the ages of 14 and 18. Now I know everybody is judgmental of themselves at this phase, but let me tell you, you put a lot more pressure on yourself than other people put on you. And I know this to be a fact because I did it for so many years. Like the first 3 years of high school, I was so worried about what other people thought. And finally I was just like, this is damaging me emotionally. So you know what? I stopped caring. And really, once you stop caring is when you realize that you can be much happier. And when you actually start to become much happier. And it took me so long to realize that. And I decided to do this because I don't want other kids to feel that way. Because it's not a good feeling. And I sat up in my bed night after night wondering what other people thought of me. And it's not worth it. Because honestly, people do not go home thinking about you. They go home thinking about their own problems. And really, that's what you need to do. Go home and think about your own problems. Think about how to fix them. Instead of worrying about what other people think of your problems. So nobody care about your problems but you. So, a third thing. You kind of have to... High school was an opportunity for me to branch out. And that's kind of what I did. I tried a lot of different things. I mean, not that I had a lot to choose from in high school, but... High school I got into sports and... Well, really only 2 sports. I mean... Because in middle school, I mean, I always had a good grade in gym, but I wasn't like the most active person you'd ever meet. But then I got into high school and I got a different group of friends, and we all decided to join the baseball team. So that's what we did. And honestly, if I hadn't joined the baseball team, I don't think I would have all the confidence that I have today. Because playing baseball turned from a pastime to a passion. And honestly, I never saw myself loving a sport so much, loving playing a sport so much. So you really have to, give yourself opportunities to grow. Give yourself opportunities to don't just say, oh, before you've actually tried something, don't just say, oh, I don't like it, because you're taking away an opportunity from yourself to grow as a person. And honestly, I don't think I would be as logically thinking as I am now if it wasn't for baseball. Because in the game of baseball, everything is about the moment and emotion and, drive and all these intense feelings. And afterwards, you have to think, what could I have done differently? Even if you win, you have to you think about, if you personally didn't do as well as you wanted to, what could I do differently? You have to, and that's really something that really any extracurricular can teach you is, what could I have done better? And sometimes there is nothing you could have, that's not true. There's always something you can do better, but sometimes you may not be able to see. You may need to ask someone else, what could you have done better? Because even if you think you know what you're doing, most of the time, someone else's point of view can be really helpful. So you have to learn to take criticism and not be upset. Don't go home and think, oh, I did terrible, because you didn't do terrible, obviously. There are things you could have improved on. So, to recap, don't care about what other people think of you. The people who matter won't care, and the people who care don't matter. Branch out. Try new things. Make yourself a bigger person. Find your niche. Find what you love to do and stick to that. And, be happy being yourself. And don't be afraid to take a little criticism every once in a while, because there's always something you can improve. There's always something you can improve, because human beings are not perfect. We make mistakes all the time. So, be aware of that, and be aware that sometimes you just need a little extra, little outside touch to tell you what, is wrong or not. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. And honestly, I don't know how often I'm going to be doing these, but, leave a comment saying what I should do next. Or if you're on Tumblr, message me what kind of video I should do next. Alright, bye.